Hi, it's me, Southern Fiber from southernfiberreads.com. Today I'm going to review a book called A Moveable Feast. There it is. A Moveable Feast has a nifty little fork on the cover, along with a list of some of the contributors. Anthony Bourdain and Andrew Zimmern are among the contributors, so they've got the big wigs in here, along with a lot of people who actually have never contributed to Lonely Planet travel guides before. Lonely Planet publishes travel guides, and I believe that their travel guides are unique in that it's not simply a list of restaurants with little dollar signs telling you the prices, and it's not a list of hotels on a map telling you where the hotel is and what landmark it's near or whatever. Their travel guides are written by people who have experienced the places that they're writing about. They are mainly first-hand accounts of their travels, and they use their first-hand accounts and their passions about their travels to be able to tell you how to best enjoy your trip to wherever your destination may be. This particular book, although it's released by Lonely Planet, isn't a travel guide to a particular destination. The contributors in this book have written about several different countries. They've written about visits to Morocco, Greece, Canada, California, Manhattan. That was the one written by Anthony Bourdain, in case you didn't know. Of course, he wrote the one about New York. And there's stories in here about boars in Italy and fish jumping off plates because the person was served a live fish in Japan. There's several exciting stories in this book. The one about the fish in Japan, that really surprised me. I was assuming, okay, it's Japan, he's going to be served raw fish because it's Japan, but he writes it in such a way that he was ready to take a bite. He could see that the flesh was raw. He sticks his fork in the fish, and the fish jumps. I was scared. I jumped out of my seat. I was sitting at work. I was surrounded by little kids. They were sleeping. It was nap time. I'm a child care provider. I'm reading this book, and I jumped, and I let out a little yelp. I was not expecting this fish to move. And the person who wrote the story was just as startled as I was. He didn't know what to think. And then he finally took a bite and he put it in his mouth. And then he understood why this dish that he was served would be considered a delicacy in the area of Japan that he was in. He loved it. I'm not quite sure that I would love it, but he did. So that's more power to him. That's great. These stories are not only written about food, these stories are centered around food, and I say that meaning that most of these stories have a plot line. They have a beginning, middle, and an end, and although the central focus is food, the vehicle for talking about the food is a story. It's a particular account of something that happened while they were traveling, or it's an account of a particular conversation that they had with someone that they met when they were traveling. So this is not just a book about food. These are several, you could almost call them short stories written by these travelers, and how food helped them bridge cultural gaps, lifestyle gaps, age gaps, how food helped enhance the memories of their travels. And I particularly thought this is a very well written book. I really appreciated the effort that Don George, the editor, put in selecting the contributors. I thought he did an excellent job. Even the ones that have never contributed to Lonely Planet literature wrote exceptionally well, very detailed accounts of their travels and their food. And I felt when I was reading this book that I was going on a journey in my mind. I was traveling to each of these places with the person who was writing about them. They were very well written accounts. I could smell the same smells that these writers smelled during their travels. I could almost taste the food they were eating. I could hear the noises. I could see the sights. I believe that books are a great way to go on mental journeys to other places, and if you enjoy that as well, then this is a great book because they go all over the place. They go all over the place in this book, and they go to several different countries that I've never been to, but I feel like I've been there in my mind now, thanks to how well written everything is. I feel that I was able to learn more about other cultures just by reading this book. I learned about how food is directly related to native tribes and to certain areas of the world, and how food brings people together in other cultures just like it does ours. We're really not that different from people in other countries. And I believe that this book is not just about food. This is a book about opening your mind to other cultures. It's about opening your mind to other ways of life because people don't eat the same way we do. People don't drink the same things we do. They don't keep the same hours that we do. And that's evident in this book. And I think it's often good to remember that people aren't always the same as us. And this book helps bring to light where we are different with other cultures, but also how we are very much the same. And everywhere you go, it's often the food that brings you together. I know when I travel and I come home, often many of my fondest memories are of the food that I ate and more than that, the people that I shared the meals with. I love to try new foods when I travel, and these people do too, and that's clear when you're reading this book. So final thoughts here, I would say definitely don't read this book on an empty stomach unless you want to go running off to the grocery store to make chicken Florentine at 12 o'clock midnight or at 2:30 in the afternoon. This book will make you very hungry. So, if possible, eat this food after you have eaten a very delicious meal or have something nearby to snack on because this is going to whet your taste buds. You're going to want to eat while you're reading this book. The food sounds so good. All of the foods that are described in this book just sound delightful. And so just like you wouldn't go to the grocery store on an empty stomach, I would not read this book on an empty stomach. And also, I need to let you know that I received this book for free from Lonely Planet. When I was getting back into book review blogging, I contacted a couple of publishers and let them know that I would be interested in reviewing books for them. I didn't ask for them to send me books. I just said, hey, I'm a book review blogger, and I would like to post reviews of your books on my blog and on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. And if you would like to send me any of your books in the future, please keep me in mind. And the guys at Lonely Planet emailed me back and they said, we write travel brochures. Are you sure you want to review our books? And I said, well, are they well written? Are they entertaining? And the guy emailed back and said, well, I think so. And I said, well, whenever you want to send me books, just send them on. I'd be glad to review them for you. So this is my first time reviewing for Lonely Planet. This is my first time reading a Lonely Planet book cover to cover, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed reading this book, and I think you will too if you love to travel, and if you love to eat, and if you love to eat while you travel and eat new things, try new things, then this is definitely a book for you. I have included links to Amazon.com and to LonelyPlanet.com at the bottom of the post on my blog. If you're already watching this from my blog, then just look below this video and you will find those links. If you are not on my blog, if you're watching this video on YouTube or on Facebook, my blog is southernfiberreads.com. That's 3 words, southernfiberreads.com. And all 3 of them are just squished together. There's no slashes or dashes or underslashes or anything like that. Just go to my blog and you can click on the Amazon.com link or the LonelyPlanet.com link to find out a little bit more about this book and how to purchase it. Also, you have the opportunity to earn it, you have to fill something out. You have the opportunity to win a copy of this book, to win my review copy of A Moveable Feast, and this giveaway will run from today, March the 3rd through March 16th at 11:59 p.m. Look at the bottom of my blog post and you can find out the form to fill out to win a copy of A Moveable Feast by Lonely Planet. So head on over to my blog and check out the links that I provided, Amazon.com and LonelyPlanet.com, and enter the giveaway for your own copy of A Moveable Feast. And if you are able to get your hands on a copy either through the giveaway or by purchasing your own copy, I think you will really enjoy this book. Like I said, travel lovers and food lovers, I think, will absolutely adore this book. There's many different accounts of food. There's a wide variety of accounts of food. Many different countries are discussed in this book, and I think you will really enjoy it. Thanks for watching my video.